Okay, phase two. Started the backyard. Cut the backyard line at the T. Put on a little cinch plug. That goes under the gate. It goes around this yard, way over there. Splits off somewhere in here, and there's a catastrophic leak down in here somewhere. And it goes all the way around the perimeter of this yard against that wall behind this barbecue. And I've been trimming on this bougainvillea for a bit, getting the stuff that's hanging off the side of the wall, breaking it down, putting it in the tenant's garbage can. And as you can see, I'm slowly burrowing under here. There's the line, that brown thing at about a 45-degree angle. The destination was back in here. I've already pulled it up so far. And hopefully I'll be able to get this line here loosened up from the roots. And this is going to be much longer than the last one. Here's a little trick when you get into a tight spot, pulling up that old line, and it gets into a very narrow pass here. And I've got this drop cloth cut down so it's just a long strip, and I do have some mixed material there that I'll go through later, but I'm trying to mix it as least as possible. And that's a 1/4 inch DG there in brown, and that is a 1/2 inch, I forget the color, but I'm going to shovel this 1/2 inch on top of the drop cloth, and then I'll trench here, and when I'm done I can cover the trench, and then I can just pull the rock over using the drop cloth. Super easy, doesn't mix the materials, and yeah, more tricks coming. Sometimes people ask me, can you put it on the pool decking? Well, you can. You just can't step on it once it's on the decking. So get your broom, clean it up, give yourself a nice area to walk up to the edge of the pile, and then when you clean it off, make sure you sweep it off nice and easy, and then hit it with your blower so you can clean it up good. I've also seen people do tarps down in a driveway, which I never understood. Just dump it in the driveway if you can, if the company will dump it back there, and then you can shovel it up off the ground with your flat shovel once you get the pile knocked down with your big spade shovel. Anyway, and in a previous video I was going underneath the driveway in through the sleeve. One of the tricks there is just to find yourself a nice long 1/2 inch dowel, then you can slide it in both ends, push and pull straight through without any helper, and it is completely flush on both sides, so you don't have any problems catching on anything. You don't have to worry about wiring it, tying it, duct taping it, all that crap. It just slides right through. All right, getting closer. Here's an issue we run into, and it's one of the reasons why we used a 1/2 inch poly line. PVC isn't going to really navigate this very well. You've got this massive root here, some more stuff right in here, and then you've got these lines, these roots that are running along with it. So I had to stop there, and then I found it on the other side, and I'm just going to pull it through. And when I get back to putting the trench in, I might either dig underneath this root a ways and go underneath it so that not to disrupt the feeding of this palm tree, or I might just go over it. It just depends on how I feel at the time and what I think is best. But don't want to cut the roots. They're that big. I got big hands, but that's a healthy root. Last thing we want to do is start hurting the plants. We're already putting them into shock by not watering them on that consistent schedule. As you're excavating your trench, you're definitely going to find more DG in the trench, and this is a great opportunity to get your soft rake and just harvest that rock, and it'll clean up nicely with a little rain or a little rinse off by the hose, and then now you're actually getting back all the decomposed granite that you paid for in the first place. Easy opportunity, keeps it clean too, and then you'll have enough to cover everything once you're done putting the new pipe in and post pressure test. The exception to cutting roots is going to happen when you get your sweet acacia and you get roots going directly toward your stem wall or a sidewalk or some type of patio that's going to potentially get popped up. So in this case, instead of bypassing roots, I'm going to clean that up a little bit, and I'm just going to go in there and give a quick cut, pull that through, and now I can continue on. I'm sure I'm going to find a few more in there, but that's going to eliminate any problems in the future, make that tree hopefully go the opposite direction, and lock it in a little further in some other areas, and hopefully protect the foundation of your home. A backyard pressure test. That is not as deep as I want it, but that's the way it's going to be because of that footer underneath the wall. We've got a couple extra leads here and here. We'll do our backside of that in a second. And the reason why I do this is so that the homeowner will know exactly where they're getting their water from. There's one right there. And it's holding. There's no leaks that I've seen so far, which is pretty much what you need. And as I get past this, I will go through and fish out any debris that fell underneath the hose that's popping it up. I'll take these 1/4-inch leads and put them under soil, and then the rock over that. We do have a leak there. I'll figure that out. That's just a flag dripper. You see that bypass that I did because they poured the footer for the pole fence over. And a lot of these are just gonna, everyone's happy here. And then what I'll do is, while this is watering, I'll go adjust a couple of these to make sure they're not leaking too much, and then I'll get this covered up behind this barbecue. That's a really bad shot, but you get the idea. And I have to replace all of the feeders for the bougainvillea. This is for the orange tree. I'll add 3 more to that, and then we've got water for all these guys. All right, we'll fine tune it and start covering up the pipe. I used to wear headphones every time I worked because it just was nice, until I realized there's a whole lot of this going on. And that is a Mojave rattler, I believe, and it is not happy, and I'm going to move it out in the desert. But that is a extremely dangerous, venomous snake that cannot live here. And it's beautiful, but it's also very dangerous. Neurotoxic venom, and will end somebody pretty easily. Anyway, I'm gonna move them. So after 2.5 weeks, this is what landscaping your own yard, switching out all your irrigation lines gets you. Had to replace the irrigation box with something taller because I used a combo that had a built-in anti-siphon because the anti-siphon failed done, I've already torn up has already torn up the decorative rock, but that's an easy fix here. And when I get this place under contract, I will make sure that everything's nice and flat for the new owners. I cleaned off the patio, the barbecue. And that's it.